Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing the first episode of a new series, and this one is especially interesting for those of you that want to be a YouTube caster, or a League of Legends caster I should say, or commentator. Because this is going to work, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. So you want to be a caster comes to mind. Anyway, the title will be displaying the name of this series. Anyway, what you are going to do in this series is, and I will make the first demonstration video here. You get one of my replay files, and you're going to just select the champion, just like I did. So double click them or hit, in this case, the 4. That's not the right one, it's this one, I think. Hang on. Who are we? We're not that. We're this one. It's a Nidalee game. I'm so used to the Katarina games that, yeah. Okay, so we're doing a Nidalee game currently. So I'm just double clicking Nidalee, following her around. So you get one of my replay files. In this case, a Nidalee game, or this would be a Nidalee game. And you just double click her, and you're going to cast everything she does. So don't follow the other lanes. The point is, you don't record the video. I will record the video because video files are impossible to send, and obviously you cannot upload on my channel. And there's no safe way to do that for me, so I cannot give my password to anyone, obviously. And I'm not going to send like 1 gigabyte files over the internet because that will take forever. So how this works is you basically make an MP3 or a WAV file. I personally prefer WAV files, but if you go for MP3s, that's fine as well. MP3s just gives you more loss than the WAV files. So WAV files are a bit better in the audio. So anyhow, you send me back the replay and the audio file, and then I'll combine them. I'll make a video out of it, and all in all, you can then show off your casting skills. Of course, you leave with me in that same email where you send everything back. You also name, well, your channel name and things like that, how long you've been doing it, so I can make a little bit of an introduction, and that way you can get a little more, well, promotion for your channel. I know a lot of you, a lot of the casters at least, ask me whether I can give them a shout out or check out their channel. Well, this is your way to get my viewers' attention at least. Going to do this once a week. If you want to join, send me an email and put the name of the series in the title, and just say in the email that you want to join. I will contact you. I will send you the replay when it's your turn, because I'm going to pick one each week. And if it's not your turn, you're not getting an email. So yeah, just if you want to join, just send me an email, say that you want to join, and I will make a list of people, and yeah, I'll just pick one each week, and you can show off your skills. And as I said, I will provide you with all the materials you need. You do need to have an audio recording program. We see Nidalee getting ganked here and getting killed. She almost picks up the kill back, but anyhow, the best audio software that I have found is Audacity. It's free and it is really easy to use, so I do recommend it. And yeah, since Audacity, as I said, is free to use, you can just do whatever you want with it, and yeah, it's just hit the record button and you should be fine. But most people do have audio recording software. Yeah, as long as it's not attached to your video recording, then it's all good. Or you have to disconnect it then, because I don't want to receive video files. Anyway, going into this game, we saw Nidalee getting killed, and then 2 of her teammates trying to pick up a kill here, but it's not going very well. Oh, one more thing, the syncing issue, because if I get two loose files that are not connected in any way. We do need to come up with a way to sync up the sound and the video, but you can, for example, count before you start the commentary. You can count off like 1, 2, 3, the first 3 seconds of the match, or whatever is in the top of your viewport. I will cut that out so people won't notice that, but please do that at the beginning of the video, and so that I can actually line them up, and then we'll miss like 3 seconds of the video, but nobody cares about the first 3 seconds. Anyhow, going into this match. So it is Nidalee versus Nasus here. Currently we have 28 versus 10, so she is kind of dominating this lane. She's 1 kill behind, but that 1 kill only makes up for 15 minions, so she's still ahead, even though that is, well, even though she is, well, behind that 1 kill. Yeah, it is first blood, so that makes up for about 20 minions. That's why she is, yeah, just a little bit behind now here. You can see it 1500 versus 1470. So yeah, a little bit, but that's no big problem, especially because she's completely dominating this lane. Nasus really can't come any closer, and that's what she's doing very well. I mean, she's really pressuring that Nasus to not be able to do anything, except if he wants to take 200 damage for every minion he hits. And if we look at his Q farm here, so I should be able to do that without releasing that. Yeah, you can use the 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is QWERT. So I currently have R selected, so I can actually view his items and his, well, his abilities without losing anything in the, well, for the rest. So without losing focus of my champion. So it makes it a lot easier, of course, because you don't have to follow all the lanes, and so even people that haven't been casting a whole lot should be able to do this, because you don't have to control the camera at all. Except when she's dead, then you can look around a little bit if you want to. I will try to follow you, so don't jump around all lanes, and just state where you are. So if I would go to the bottom lane, I can say, well, in the bottom lane we see that blah 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 blah, and then I know when I'm making your video file, because I have to run through the entire game, then I know that you're going to the bottom lane. So yeah, it should be easy enough. Anyhow, yeah, we see that she is just getting further and further ahead. Now it's 50 to 20, and yeah, that's 30 minions ahead. That's 2 kills, and here we go, getting a kill. Yes, there we go. See, now that she's ahead, she needs to shop, sure, but Nasus hadn't shopped yet, so he didn't have that extra bit of damage that she has from that extra Doran's Blade. And of course she could have used those health potions a little bit earlier to actually heal her up, but yeah, well, that's the way it goes. Sometimes you just forget them. So Katarina comes in here, and she is going to try to get the kill on this guy, but that is not going to happen. Come on, Nidalee is way too fast. Oh, she can actually turn around and get the kill. It is risky, but is it going to work? That's the big question. No! It almost worked. Now she should have turned back earlier or ran out, and in this case she should have ran out, because she was no longer in turret range. And of course, yeah, if she turned around when she was still over here, so still in this region, if Nidalee then turned around, she could have actually made it work. But in this case, maybe Galio can make it work. So in the top lane here. That's what I meant by saying that, but yeah, we see Galio getting killed because he's just thinking that he's invincible, and against 2 opponents you really are not invincible, and not even as Galio. So Nasus picks up a few minions here. He's now at 26 to 52. Yeah, we're equaling kills now, so everything is alright again. And we are just ahead in minions. And yeah, Phage now. Nasus has, well, level 2 boots instead of level 1 boots, which is excellent. And he has that ruby crystal going. Probably going to turn that into, what's it called? The heart of gold. And yeah. Nidalee just spamming her skills a little bit because she wants to ward it up a little bit, making sure that she can see the ganks incoming, things like that. And Nasa is going to do a little bit of damage here, but not enough to actually scare Nidalee. That's all good. And he's trying to do some damage, but yeah, it's just cute. That's just really cute. Because it is not enough by a long shot. Man, that was a horrible ultimate. Oh, you should wait until Nidalee pounces and then you shampoo to her and ult, because otherwise she's just going to pounce away and yeah, nothing's going to happen. That's exactly what we saw here. So anyway, we should be able to see her items as well. So Hextech Revolver going, and of course, yeah, staying in at low health is never a good plan. So she doesn't have any health potions anymore. But well, that's what we saw. Well, she did try to stay in, but of course, yeah, you should try to avoid getting caught at low health. So apparently, yeah, they have 2 mid players. How do you have 2 mid players? Oh, it's is Amumu also going mid here, or is he really jungling? No, he is jungling. Oh, Galio, right? So nobody is in the bottom lane. In the bottom lane, it is just Ashe, it seems. So anyhow, we lose a turret in the mid lane. Meaning that Galio, or Nasus, sorry, just got a bunch more gold. And there goes the slow, but the slow doesn't help against that jump. And that jump is very good. Oh, going to die again here. And Nidalee is going to save herself. Yeah, the Nasus, he was trying his best to keep her at bay, but Nidalee just can't be kept at bay by a simple slow. You have to do a little more. Stuns work really well against her, but even a stun can't really keep her away from you if you have too far to run. Very nicely done, of course. Yeah, normally we see on Nasus we see that Sheen first, but he is going for the Phage. So not even going for that gold item. Well, gold items, as I said in the previous commentary, are not the best for, well, are not good at all for well, champions that need the extra farm, because normally it takes 13 minutes to get that to get the gold back. So you're not getting extra income from that. That is a mistake that a lot of people make. You're not getting extra income from gold items until you have them for like 13.5 minutes. Up until that point, you're just paying a whole bunch of money for the weak stats that you get for that. For example, this, yeah, he earned 120 gold from it. It says so on the bottom, and yeah, actually he paid something like 900 or even more gold for it. So you don't gain gold from it, you lose gold on it. In this case, about 700 or 800 gold. That is just gone from your build. So going for gold items when you're behind is not a good plan. It is a very good plan if you don't have any income, so if you're a support, or if you if you're ahead. So if you're ahead of the other players, or well, that can be because you outfarm them, but it can also be because you just, well, are stronger. So for example, in this case, so the lane we're casting here, Nidalee is just a lot stronger than Nasus right off the bat. Nidalee can completely harass him, and really there's nothing he can do, because he can't farm and he can't even come close to her because she has so much damage, and she has a lot more range, of course. And another great kill here on Nidalee. So really nothing Nasus can do about that. But yeah, she has a lot more harass, a lot more damage, and a lot more range. So if she goes for a gold item, it will not mess up her lane dominance. She will not be weaker in lane because she's well, she will be weaker in lane than she could be, but it doesn't matter because she's still overpowering him. And because she gets extra income after that 13-minute mark, then from that point onwards, you kind of gain more gold than your opponents. And 13 minutes seems like a really long time, but it really isn't. If you can get them at like the 10-minute mark, you normally get a bunch of extra gold from it. So flash and the pounce should be enough to get away. Yeah, the pounce is enough to get away from that 40% movement speed or whatever it is that Warwick has. She needs to run out here because Warwick can easily just snipe her under the turret, as well as Nasus. He can do exactly the same. She just needs to let that turret go, and we can see Warwick following her, and yeah, she should just recall, and yeah, that turret is just lost. That was lost anyway, even if she stayed there. So the best thing to do then is not to stay there. So if we go and look at it, at the Ashe here, she is of course doing what Nidalee was preventing herself to do. I mean, Nidalee really wanted to do this, but then prevented herself from doing stupid things, and indeed didn't do that stupid thing. And wow, a double kill for Galio. So yeah, you can see what I did there. For those of you who want to enter in this, I actually mentioned that I was watching Ashe. So everyone, or if I were to watch this commentary and try to align the video, align the video to the audio, I know you're going to watch Ashe. So I'm going to find Ashe, just click her, and see what happens there. And then I stayed at the same place and followed the same fight. So I don't hop across the map without telling you what I'm doing. And it's not a regular commentary, I understand that. In a normal commentary you would not do that. And who is on that monstrous killing spree? It is Fidel. That is the enemy Katarina. She was on an 8-0 killing spree, and that is of course excellent. So going back to I guess Nidalee, well, once she comes up again. Yeah, in the meantime, let's watch some Ashe. And I guess Ashe is in some trouble here, but she is going to get out no problem. So Nidalee is running back into the lane. Man, I can't believe that I messed up Nidalee and Katarina. Well, so many Katarina games. It's really insane. Katarina and Azrael are probably the two most played champions of the moment. Well, of these weeks. Because, yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. The amount of games I get from those two. That's... by the way, you can do it in two ways. You can double click her, as I said. You can also just hit the 1 in this case, and then hit Y. Y sets the follow, sets the camera to follow. And if you want to go do something else, then you just say, and we're going to watch Ashe again. So Ashe going to grab no kill here. She has no damage yet. And wow, they're going to get owned by this super fat Katarina. But, well, Katarina takes too much tower damage and does not get anything done. Nidalee then comes in. That's why we went to this fight, of course. Come on, catch up with her. There we go. Yeah, then this guy should be no problem. Oh, he is going to be a problem. And Nidalee dies. Okay, I don't know why Teemo was a problem. Did he really have that much damage? Teemo seems to have the melody and a BF sword, but really nothing else. So she should have been able to handle that pretty nicely. 5 and 5 now. Not the greatest of scores, but definitely a high amount of gold. And yeah, we do see Nasus picking up the blue buff, which is a shame. So the blue team already trying a surrender vote there, but no guys, we're going to win, man. It's 10 to 18 and we are 7k gold behind, but we are going to win. I don't know that, by the way, just so we're clear on that. Most of my gameplays have a winner in them, or well, no, yeah, the guy that I'm casting normally wins. Yeah, it's just not always the case, so you never know. By the way, if you're casting one of the games, you don't have to do it live. I do my games live, so I don't watch preemptively. I never watch before I cast, and that's why I make mistakes. If you don't want mistakes in your gameplay, feel free to just watch the replay, make notes of what you're seeing, and even yeah, when you have a great play in another lane, for example, or something you want to talk about, and do your commentary afterwards. I really don't care, just make it a good commentary and we should be fine. So we have Nidalee coming in here after this great kill there, and wow, they run into this this fat Katarina once again, but they do take her out this time. But Katarina, our Katarina, died for that. And oh, fail! She tried to jump over the wall, but that did not work out. And yeah, 3 versus 1, not the best. So anyway, after you're done with your cast, so assuming that you want to cast one of these games, you can pick one of the other champions in the game for the next cast, and you just say that to me, which one is the next champion. So in this case, I'm going to pick Teemo. And so the next guy or girl, feel free, that's going to cast a game, gets my Teemo game, or a Teemo game that I selected, that I haven't seen yet, by the way. Most of the time I just select based on the title or the champion, and in this case I'm going to pick Teemo, and they're going to cast a Teemo game. And yeah, you can pick your own champion, so or not your own champion, you can pick the next champion, and I will find the replay to match. So Ash getting caught there by the, what's that, Absolute Zero, I believe it's called, the Nunu Ultimate. Doesn't really matter, don't care about that, nobody cares about that. Everyone knows what the ultimate from Nunu does. And whether I have the correct name or not, that doesn't really matter. So yeah, Nidalee in the top lane once again, going to grab some more minions, push the lane probably a little bit, because well, the turret is gone on the other end as well. And oh no, she's not going to get that second wave, and that is quite surprising, because I would have definitely thought that with that turret gone, it is very unlikely that anyone will be in that lane. So she could actually push up that lane a little bit more. Teemo getting a mushroom off and going to do quite a bit of damage there to our Nidalee. And Nidalee, of course, yeah, she is going to heal up with her heal, and she should be able to do that quite well. Come on, heal, Nidalee. She doesn't have a whole lot of mana for the moment. So she is going to have to be a little bit careful. So a nice engage there in the team fight, but yeah, the Warwick who engaged that fight died instantly, but they are going to grab 4 for 3. So they do win that fight, and only Galio still alive. Of course they can easily damage Galio for quite a bit. They're not going to. It seems that these two are pre-mates. Because they normally we see one of the two engage in this case. And I think they're just saying to each other, no, let's not do that. Let's just chill and do nothing. So they do grab a turret, which is of course the smart thing to do here, but you really don't want to get caught by the enemies. And well, our Katarina just grabbed a very easy kill there. So Teemo seems to be up in top lane, pushing this back, gets a lot of minions from that. And in the meantime, Nidalee is back in the mid lane, grabs some minions there, and we are going to focus on her again. So 1Y, and there we go, focusing on our champion again. Yeah, I can of course also, I'm currently doing it with one champion only. Once we see how that goes, we can actually do this with directed camera. That would work as well. And yeah, well, no, I'll leave the choice to you. If you want to do a game like this, you can choose for yourself whether you want directed camera, so that you need to watch all of the lanes at the same time, or if you want to do just one champion. But then it is the champion that I select for you. So yeah, I don't really care. Obviously, champion, or is it, well, the directed camera is only available in spectator mode replays. So yeah, you can only do that in spectator mode replays. And most of the times I don't know whether a game has spectator mode or not. So yeah, if you have the if you get a spectator mode replay from me, you can choose. Otherwise, you'll just have to do with the champion itself. And we see that Mumu wants to engage here, but he is going to get owned by these 3 champions, because there is no one to back him up. So he has to flash out, and yeah, did nothing there except waste his flash and I guess his ultimate. But Nidalee now yeah, is 10 and 7. She came back from that, well, that earlier not so good mid game. Yeah, the early game was good. The mid game was kind of, and now we're starting to ramp up to an excellent score. So 148 minions versus the 96 on Nasus. Nasus, who has been farming a lot after the lane has, well, the lane kind of was no longer necessary, or laning was no longer necessary, and they seem to be doing the dragon now. So yeah, they do get that dragon without any contest, because there was nobody watching that, and Nidalee now sees that there is no dragon up. And yeah, let me switch to the directed camera. That might actually be cool. No, D, come on. There we go. So Teemo just getting some minions here, and yeah, he did not expect that, I guess. Katarina comes up and completely annihilates him, and Katarina going to recall right in the middle of the lane, which might actually have saved her there, because the rest was coming for her, and that just was not good, because if she ran back, then they would have caught her. So she gets lucky there. Katarina going to the mid lane, going to pick up the minions there, and it seems that both teams are pinging this Baron. The blue team because I want to do it, the red team because they have a ward there, and the blue team, yeah, apparently just wants to draw out the red team here. And there goes the lots of damage actually by wow, that was a whole bunch of damage by those two, but they get a 1-for-2 trade. So it's not the best engage ever. Of course the whole team was there for our blue team, and that is excellent as well. So yeah, Timo getting caught here, and yeah, he is way too low to survive this. So getting killed quite easily, and Katarina should be able, no, she's not able to pick up this kill. So yeah, Nidalee also not able to pick up this kill. Wow, this is a very lucky Nunu. But they are going to grab a turret, probably two. No. The two guys that got killed first, they're back up. They need to recall, yeah, and defend the Baron. Because if they don't defend the Baron, they're going to lose it. And Nidalee just picks up all of the red buff minions, so that gives her a good timer on that. And of course, yeah, the invincible Galio, or rather he thinks he's invincible, gets killed once again because he didn't understand that, well, he needed to recall when he was low and his rest of his team was no longer there. So the enemy team can now do Baron if they want to, but apparently they don't want to. They have everyone back up now, and most of them do have their ultimates. Nunu's ultimate is virtually up, and Katarina's ultimate will be up by the time she meets anyone else. So yeah, that should be interesting enough. So a couple of mushrooms going down for Timo, or rather satellites, because he is of course the awesome astronaut Timo. He kind of has a silly hop, but it is a pretty cool skin. At least I think it's a pretty cool skin. Wow, Katarina does so much damage on both teams, and yeah, the turret goes down here. Nas is using his ultimate for some reason. And are we going to see a Momo die here? I can't see who the other guy is. It's Warwick. Yeah, it is Warwick indeed. Warwick is going to pay the price for his insolence here. He's going to die, yeah, easily, because the second champion came up. And with 2 against 1, you can win virtually any fight. Warwick gets a Guardian Angel. He's tired of getting killed, I guess. And he is 3 and 7, so yeah, I can imagine that. But the beautiful thing here is that, well, Nidalee is at 13 kills, Katarina is at 8 kills, but for the rest we really have 2 feeders, the Ash at 1 and 7 and Galio at 4 and 8, and one guy that's doing okay-ish, as the Amumu is 4 and 4. So it's not like the enemy team is behind, because they really aren't. They are in fact pretty far ahead in gold. They are really pretty far ahead in gold. And yeah, the minions also seem to be in their favor, so it seems that Katarina, let's have a look at the gold. The Katarina on the enemy team has 15,000 gold, where the best on our team is almost 12,000. So there's a big difference there, and that's why she's so strong and she can actually carry this whole team. So it seems that we have some recalls going on. And how did you see that? Do they have a pink ward over there? Yeah, they have a pink ward over there. Huh. Okay. Random pink ward. So enemy Katarina doing a little bit of farming there, and our Katarina of course doing exactly the same. And yeah, Katarina versus Katarina, always a difficult fight to fight against your own champion, especially if they're more fat than you. And yeah, they do know that the dragon is up, and I don't know why he just pops Shurelias, because that was pretty silly. you don't have to be at the dragon super quickly. You have to get into a fight or out of a fight super quickly, but well, I guess it's a 60-second cooldown. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, we're about 30 seconds done on that already. So, well, here they could have used that Shurelias to grab someone like the Ashe. Although Ashe is 1 and 7, as I said before, so don't really need to grab that. So a Mumu going in here, head first into the Warwick, and it seems that we are getting a lot of damage done. And Ashe is finally going to do something here, but not enough. The Mumu picks up all of the kills, and then yeah, we have only one guy left. And Ashe dies, of course, because that's what she does. Oh, that was a shame. But Amumu does get the ace, so he gets 3 kills in this fight, which is pretty amazing. So he all of a sudden is 7 and 4 and is now one of the carries on this team. Well, not carries, but one of the people who have a lot more kills than deaths. So the non-feeders, I should say. Galio, still I'm not impressed by him at all. But yeah, I should have said Galio, man. No, I'm going to pick Teemo. I like Teemo. So yeah, Mumu going for this red buff. Because, well, if you can steal it, then why not? It doesn't matter which champion you are. Even AP carries can steal the red buff, because all it's about is that the enemy doesn't get it, and that is of course a very noble cause. So yeah, Galio, get the hell out of there, man. Galio is so slow. Why is he so slow? So yeah, Nidalee picks up the blue buff. She couldn't help the Galio anyway, so picking up the blue buff would have been the best thing for her to do. And there she goes, uses the flash, another pounce, another slow though. And is she going to make it out? The pounce going off. And Amumu coming in to help out. Amumu now has a lot of good stuff. And yeah, that Nunu ultimate does nothing, so nobody cares about that. I mean, the Nunu ultimate does some damage if you go AP, but if you don't have AP, then pff, who cares about that? That's like 200 damage in the end game. Because everyone has some magic resist, everyone has fully upgraded characters. Yeah, nobody cares about any of that. So yeah, Nidalee saying that she was bait. It was of course a nice bait, but it wasn't intended as such. It was just good of her. Well, of her that she could actually run all the way back and make it to her teammates, and the enemies should not have followed her around so long, because you know that at some point you're going to meet the rest of the team. Especially, of course, if you follow around that that one champion with multiple of your champions, because, well, what is the enemy team going to do otherwise? I mean, it's not like they have anything else to do. So Galio gets a Void Staff. It would be a lot more helpful if he got some more defense instead. And wow, Teemo getting caught. And how? Man, that wasn't even close to a normal situation where you want to be in as Teemo. Wow. Katarina versus super fat Katarina. Yeah, just run past her. Oh, that's good as well. You need to make sure that she can't escape. And when she, when someone uses one of the stasises in this stasis, I guess, in this game, you really want to get past them and make sure that you cut off every retreat route possible. And a very nice kill there. Nice amounts of kills. Yeah, getting another kill here on an inhibitor. Well, I guess it's the first one, so... yeah, never mind that. So yeah, we're going to destroy this first Nexus turret, and probably the second as well, because only Teemo's up. Teemo is going to get owned if he comes too close. And yeah, that's the first one. The second one will go down as well. And there you go, going for the Nexus now. The Nexus will go down before anything else happens. And that is the game! So anyway, if you want to be one of the next casters here, then please send me an email. Put the title of this series in the title of your email, and just tell me a little bit about yourself or your experience. I don't know. I don't really care. Just tell me a little bit so that I can make an well, a nice split between the more experienced casters and the people that are new. Yeah, if you get the spectator mode replay, you can choose between directed camera or just following around that one champion. You can of course control the camera, but you have to follow that one champion unless you tell me to go to another lane. Then I will switch to the other lane. But yeah, as I said, you can do whatever you want. You can prepare yourself in any way you want. Of course, you want to make a good impression. Although, yeah, my viewers are easily impressed as long as you're better than I am, and that shouldn't be too hard to do, since I cast everything live. And live commentary is of course the hardest thing to do, because you don't know what's going to happen. You have to keep track of everything, and if the rewind doesn't work, like in my case, then yeah, that sucks. That sucks really hard. So don't use the rewind if you're casting one of the games, because I can't rewind, and well, that would suck. Anyway, good luck, and I hope to get a lot of reactions to this. I know there are a lot of people that want to be featured on my channel, so this is your chance. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!